So perhaps there is an area in your life, something that just keeps on repeating itself over and over again. Maybe you end up each time in another toxic relationship. Maybe whenever you change work, you end up again working somewhere that feels like a drag, a slug, and that results in a burnout again. Or maybe there's a fitness goal that you have, and the diet or the fitness plan that you have doesn't just give the results that you want. If you do what you've always done, you will get what you've always gotten. Our worldview that we have is determined on the environment, the people that we hang out with, the things that we consume, our environment here, the room that you're in. So we have a set amount of rules that we use to navigate through life. And this is what everyone has, right? But that set of rules, that worldview that we have, also brings its limitations. I play piano and guitar. After X amount of months, each time I feel like I hit a certain barrier. I play the same chords, the same chord progression, the same kind of tunes, the same kind of songs. And even though when I play guitar or piano, I each time try something different, it's again limited to the knowledge that is in that world view. When I go on the internet, for example, and look up another pianist or guitarist who is really, really good, who also plays another genre, every single time I instantly become a better guitarist or pianist. I've been exposed to another worldview of someone else. If we go back to the quote, if you do what you've always done, you will get what you've always gotten. If you are running up against the same wall each time, again and again, against the same obstacle, it's very likely because you are applying, to a degree, the same thing over and over again. Now, when should you change strategies? If there is no progress at all, or very, very little progress. With the diet and the fitness plan, if after 6 months of trying it or a year of trying it, you barely see any results, that's a perfect indicator that what you're doing is not working out and that you should change strategies. And then the second indicator is when the same thing keeps on recurring. So, for example, with the relationship, if you are, after a second time or third time, again in a toxic relationship, that's a clear indicator that whatever strategy that you're applying is not working and you are, again, getting the same results. So you gotta completely change your strategy. Now, life is all about experimentation, and especially on these obstacles that keep on coming back, you really gotta start looking at these different strategies as experiments, right? If it didn't work, that's a data point. It's not failure, it's data. It's data that we can use to then apply a completely different strategy, a different experiment that could give us other results. And if that doesn't work out, fine. That's, again, more data to further fine-tune the next experiment, the next strategy that perhaps could work to move past that obstacle that you want to see changed in your life. So to summarize, first of all, know that if you do the same thing, you will get the same results. Secondly, if you're not happy with the results, you gotta open up your world view through exposing yourself to the thoughts and opinions of other people, right? Which can be through written content, audio, video. If you always listen to the same podcast, perhaps change to a completely different podcast, because that can expose you to another worldview of the hosts on that podcast and the guests that they invite. Or read a book on the topic, but maybe from a completely different angle. And professionally, of course, that's why we have psychologists, that's why we have coaches, because they also have, through training, their set of tools and their worldview that perhaps could completely change your worldview and help you to tackle that obstacle. And then thirdly, experiment. Experiment with each strategy. See it as an experiment. Collect data and fine-tune to a better strategy, a better experiment. And step by step, if you have enough data, you might actually get where you want to go. I hope that this insight can be useful in your life. Perhaps, share in the comments down below what it is that you're struggling with. I mean, if I can, I'd love to give my input, my worldview that maybe can help you. And also don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share if it can be maybe helpful to someone else. And I hope that I get the chance to welcome you on another video/episode. Ciao.